You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, it's time for our early weekly spoilers for October 21st through the 25th. We're going to see Ridge Forrester doubling down and Liam Spencer frustrated. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and as we always do on early edition day, we're going to talk about what's happening the rest of this week to set up the spoilers for next week. So on Wednesday, October 16th, we have Liam Spencer seeming like he is not willing to take no for an answer. Hope was very nice to him when he talked to her about a reunion and, said that she appreciated the offer, basically, but no. And he said in front of Carter that they were talking about the love that they would always have for each other. I don't think it was a jibe at Carter. I don't think Liam has any idea that Hope is on Carter's radar. But Hope is definitely on Liam's radar because he makes her this video, this loving tribute to all of Hope's accomplishments, both personal and professional. He's done this before. Years and years ago, he made one for her back when Kim Matula played the role and Steffy saw it. And then Steffy wanted one, even though they had just broken up. And like a dummy, like a waffling dummy, Liam made her one and Quinn made sure that Hope saw it. And that messed with his and Hope's relationship. Hopefully it won't go that way this time, least of all because Quinn is not in town. So what Liam has done this time with this video may be what inspires Carter to make a big move himself on Thursday, which we'll talk about it in just a second. Meanwhile, on Wednesday, Ridge tries to get Brooke to see that there is nothing to worry about with him spending time with Taylor, trying to help heal her broken heart syndrome. But there is no way he is going to convince Brooke of that. No way at all. What I really hope this is not going to turn into is Brooke nodding her head and simpering at Ridge and then taking all of that heat and anger back to Taylor. When Ridge is the one instigating so much of this, he's the one who deserves the heat if she's going to give it. Meanwhile, Steffy and Taylor keep talking about this heartbreaking diagnosis of hers. And obviously Steffy is very concerned about her mother. But what I'm concerned about is that Steffy's going to take this concern about her mother and go back on her word to Finn and actively start trying to matchmake her parents because she knows she can probably use this to guilt her dad into spending even more time with her mom. Thursday, October 17th, Carter decides to make a pitch to try and save Hope for the future. He's making a pitch to the company. So I'm guessing to Steffy, to Ridge, to Brooke, since she's one of the decision makers now. And it sounds like it's not just a pitch about the line, but also a pitch about what Hope means to Forrester Creations. And I mean, she has been at Forrester Creations for a while, and there is, the charitable function of her line. So that does carry some cachet. And I do think Steffy may raise some objections to Carter's presentation and what he's saying. She doesn't realize that Hope and Carter were kissing when she walked in. She fully thinks that Hope is trying to leverage Carter and use him to save her struggling line. She has no idea that it's kind of the other way around, and Carter's trying to use her failing line to romantically woo her. So we'll see if he succeeds or if Steffy can shoot holes in what he's pitching. Will goes to see his dad, Dollar Bill Spencer, and admits that he is a Forrester Creations intern. And I think it's going to be good that Liam Spencer's there as a buffer because I can't imagine that going over well with Bill. But if he makes too much of a fuss, I'm guessing Katie is going to have to smack him down about it. Friday, October 18th. I think this is the day that Brooke heads to talk to Deacon at Il Giardino and tells him that things are looking up for Hope. I'm sure this is about Carter trying to help save hope for the future, and Deacon is happy to hear that. And I do wonder if Brooke is going to tell Deacon about Taylor's broken heart syndrome and that she feels like she's targeting Ridge, yada, yada, yada. I'm interested to hear Deacon's take on this. I mean, he doesn't want Brooke. He's happily married to Psycho Sheila. So I actually am very interested to hear what he has to say, just because he's not in a position to want to take advantage of any rift between Brooke and Ridge. Also, on Friday, Carter and Hope have a romantic evening, and he's all up in his feels about her. I hope this evening is not at Forrester Creations. I hope they go on an actual date. I'm so tired of seeing dinner dates and stuff in the back rooms at the company where they all work. All right, going into the week of October 21st through the 25th, Ivy Forrester and Electra Forrester come to town on Tuesday, the 22nd. Meanwhile, Carter and Hope continue to heat up, but the question is how long until people start figuring out they are romancing? And Carter hasn't said anything. He's kind of keeping it on the down low. Hope, I mean, they're not trying to keep it a secret, but they're also not trying to spread it around because they're both a little gun shy, having been in workplace romances before and then blowing up. But obviously, people are going to find out. Steffy totally misread the room when she walked in and caught them together. And Liam may be the one to actually figure it out. And maybe he'll assume that's why Hope doesn't want to give him a second chance, but really she doesn't want to give him a second chance because he doesn't deserve a second chance. I think we all know that. Brooke is on fire about Ridge getting close to Taylor, but I don't think he's going to back down. I think he's going to double down. Ridge is quite committed to being there for Taylor. He's not going to let Brooke talk him out of it, and he doesn't think he's doing anything wrong. And knowing Ridge, he's probably just going to nod his head while Brooke is telling him what she wants him to do, and then he's just going to go do whatever he wants to with his ex-wife Taylor. And that may leave Brooke trying to push on Taylor because she's not making any headway with Ridge, who, in my humble opinion, is always looking for any excuse to engage in his waffling behavior. Electra, of course, is going to be the new girl at Forrester Creations, and RJ and Will may both be pursuing her. The question is, will Zende be in the mix too, or will he just go, nope, I'm out of it after the whole RJ and Luna debacle? Maybe Zende is burned about getting anywhere near interns at Forrester Creations. And I also am wondering if Liam is going to abandon his unrequited pursuit of Hope once Ivy is back and looking for another lip lock and possibly more from her ex.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.